Hello, my dear friend. So, we are starting a new topic in quantitative aptitude, that is percentage. So, in this first session, we are going to understand percentage. So, what is percentage exactly? How do you have to understand it? And what are the basics of percentage? And how do you make it very easy? So, let us first start with what is a percentage. So we'll try to understand percentage in a different way. First, we'll try to understand how is it a percent and why do we use it. Okay. So first thing, percentage has per and cent, right? Per means every, we know it very well, and cent is always 100. So per 100, every 100 what will happen. So whenever we have any comparison to make. We have already seen one of the tools for comparison, which is a ratio, and this is the second type of comparison tool, which is called as percentage. So it makes comparing easy. How does it make easy? We'll try to understand. See, when ratio is there, we can compare like 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 people or 5 values, okay, and then we can make it simple and then we can compare. But if it goes beyond 10, 20, 100,000, like we have to compare lakhs of students for this bank PO examination on the basis of different fields they are coming in, from arts, from commerce, from science, engineering background, and agriculture background. So many are there, and their percentage, sorry, their numbers, their marks are totally different. The total numbers are also different. The obtained marks are also different. So it is very difficult to compare. In that case, when we have to compare a large number of population, then percentage will help a lot, because then what will happen, whatever may he had taken the marks, but what we are going to say is how much out of every 100 he has taken. For example, if he has taken 200 out of 300, then we can say it is out of 100 how much. So we have to divide it. We will see it. We will divide it by 3, and this will be 100 and divided by 3. So it will be how much? 3, 6, 18, 66.6 percentage, and it will go on. So 66.66 percentage is the one. So what does this mean? This means that out of every 100 he has taken 66.6. Every 100 he has taken 66.6. Another example can be, say for example, out of 500 marks. So if somebody has taken 350, 350. So what we will do is, this is 500, so I am going to divide it by 5. So it will become 100. So if I divide it by 5, it will become 100. So I am going to divide it this also by 5. So I will get it what? 70. So 70 percentage. Then marks obtained by this person is 70 percentage. Means what? For every 100 marks, he has obtained 70 marks. That is what we need to understand. For every 100 marks, total marks, he or she has obtained 70 marks. In this case, out of every 100, she has obtained 66.66 marks. Are you getting my point? So what will happen now? Whatever be the total marks, whatever be the obtained marks, she or he will be able to say that this is the percentage. So whenever we ask for the result, it has become a practice. It has become a tradition that whenever somebody goes and asks somebody, how much did you score? What is your score in your examination? Maybe PU2 or degree or PG or whatever. They do not tell you the marks. Sometimes even if I ask you what were your marks in 10th examination, you will not be able to tell. Most of you will not be able to tell. But if I ask percentage, you will be able to tell. So that is how it has become. Are you able to understand? So therefore, 100 out of 100, how much you have got? That is what we remember more. Comparison will be very easy. Can you understand how it will be very easy for us to compare between 2 or 3 or hundreds of candidates? Now, in this case, what will happen? Always the denominator is 100. So this is a kind of ratio. This is a kind of ratio which we are going to understand. This is kind of a ratio where you are always comparing with 100 out of. So his or her own marks out of 100, if he has gone 75. So this is the a ratio of 75 is to 100, or you can even say that this is a fraction. Can you see this is a fraction as well? So if I say 30% marks, then the fraction is 3 by 10. 3 by 10 is the fraction of 30%. Are you able to understand? So this is how we need to understand percent. Percentage can be a ratio. Okay? Percentage can be a fraction. So when I say denominator is always 100, if you say 20%, that means that 20 divided by 100 is what it means. And how do we understand it? Out of 100, 20 have been chosen. So if I take it as a fraction, out of 100 parts, we have taken 20 parts. So always what will happen, the total value, the total parts of this will be 100. So you can go on 100, 100, 100. Okay. So out of 100, how much parts you have chosen, or how much parts you have opted? In this case, 50% means 50 out of 100. So your denominator will always be 100. This is what we need to remember, right? And then next, if you see 70% means what? 70 out of 100. So 70 parts we have chosen out of 100, or she or he has obtained 70 marks out of every 100. Okay, that makes it very, very clear. This is how we need to understand percentage. Percentage is the fraction which we discussed right now. So how is it fraction? Any fraction can be converted into percentage, and any percentage can be converted into fraction. It is possible. Okay, so what we'll do is, to understand and to solve the questions very, very fast, we are going to take some fractions, okay, and convert them into fraction. Sorry, percentage. So there is 1 by 1. 1 by 1 means what? 1 by 1 means 100 out of 100 means 100%. 1 by 2. So this is what we have discussed in English. We are discussing even fractions in English. So we know this is what? 1 by 1. All are coming as 1 by 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 3. Right? 1 by 2 means what? 50%. Or if any question has 50%, we are going to use 1 by 2 to solve it. That we'll discuss later. 1 by 3 means 33.33%. So 1 by 3. Right? 1 by 4 means 25. And vice versa as well. This is what we need to understand. Vice versa as well. If you get 25%, then we are going to write what? 1 by 4 and directly solve it. How do we do? We are going to see it later. Right? 1 by 5 is 20%. Okay. And then 1 by 6 is 16.66%. So you need to remember this. Okay. Then we have what? 1 by 7. 1 by 7, how do you remember? 7 double is 14 and 14 double is 28. So 1 by 7 whenever comes, or 14.28 percentage comes, then you have to understand that it is 1 by 7. Right? 1 by 8 is 12.5. When we come to 1 by 8, we are going to discuss something also. See here, if you observe 1 by 2, 1 by 4 and 1 by 8, there is a pattern here, which pattern will be very, very helpful for us to solve the questions later. So 1 by 2 is 50%. Then if I double the denominator, you have to see here that the percentage will be halved. It will be halved. So again, 1 by 4 is 25%. So I double the denominator, it becomes what? 12.5, half of 25%. Can you see here? Half of 25%. So if I say 20%, so if I want half of this, that is 10%, then I'll double this. 1 by 5, double is 1 by 10. So you will get it. So 1 by 9, we'll also remember 11 in 11.11 or 11 1 by 9 as well. Okay, some of these also we'll try to understand. This is what? 16 2 by 3 percentage. So whenever this type of question or the percentage is given, this is what? 33 1 by 3 percentage as well. Okay, so these are again recurring numerals, decimals, recurring decimals, which we are going to denote like this. So these three things also you need to remember. If you remember 1 to 10, okay, 1 to 10 unit fractions, if you remember these unit fractions, you will be able to make any fractions, any percentage into fractions. We are going to see the application of these as well. And before we go to that, we are also going to understand some more important fractions. Like again, we are not stopping at 1 by 10, we are going to 1 by 11. 1 by 11 is 9.09. So if you want to remember, even you can remember 1 by 9 is what is equal to 11.11 percentage, and 11 is equal to 9. So if you remember this, 9.09 percentage. Okay, this is also written as 9 1 by 11 as well. 9 1 by 1. So 9 and 11 are connected. This you need to remember so that you will be able to remember. 1 by 1 you will remember, 1 by 2 you will be remember, 1 by 3 will be remember, 1 by 4, 1 by 5. 1 by 6 is again it will repeat. So just to remember, we'll make some mnemonic connections. So 1 by 6 means you will take the same number. So if it is 16.66, immediately it should come. So this is the fraction is 1 by 6 because we are going to take this. Then we have 1 by 7, 1 by 7, 7 double is 14 and double is 28 percentage. Likewise, you have to remember 1 by 8 is 12.5, 1 by 9 we are going to remember along with 1 by 11. Okay, and some more percentages we are going to understand, that is 75%, that is 3 by 4. 3 by 4. Okay, so 3 by 4 is 75%. Use these fractions. Now where we are going to use the fractions 1 by 10 or 1 by 11, what you have learned till now, we will be able to make them into different fractions so that you will be able to solve it easily. So say for example 1 by 5 is 20%, then 2 by 5. 2 by 5 will be 40%. 3 by 5 will be 60%. 4 by 5 will be 80%. This is how you can change it. What is happening here? If we have seen what will happen when we change the denominator. If denominator is double, then the percentage will be half. If the numerator is doubled, then the percentage will be doubled as well, right? Okay, so these are all the fraction characteristics which we need to understand. 1 by 5, if I make 2 by 5, then 20 percentage will become 40%. And if I make 1 into 3 by 5, then it will be 3 times, 23 times. If I make 1 into 4, then what will happen? This will become 4 times 20 will become 80, right? So now if I take say for example 1 by 8. 1 by 8 is equal to how much? 12.5%. Okay. So if I take 2 by 8, then it will become how much? 25%, which is also equivalent to 1 by 4. Now if I take 3 by 8, then what I have to do? 12.5 into 3 we have to do. So what you will get is 37.5. And 4 by 8 will be again how much? 50%. And 5 by 8, what you will do? 12.5 into 5. So how much it will be? 62.5 percentage, and so on and so forth. You can do it. So you should start with, say for example 1 by 5, 1 by 6 you should do, 1 by 6, 2 by 6, 3 by 6, and then 1 by 7, 2 by 7, 3 by 7. Just do all these numbers. Just do all these numbers and you will find that a lot of percentage that come in the examination can be solved with only fractions. Fractions are very powerful, and this technique is very powerful, I am telling you. You will see that a lot of questions we are going to solve with fractions alone. Okay, so let us go to the next slide. What is there in the next slide now, right? 4 methods of percentages. So this anyways, this is the basics that we have learned. So this we are going to do in the next video. There you are going to learn very amazing thing about percentage. So let us stop it here and then we will go to the next video.